This time, we're going to solve quadratic equations by completing the square. But I have here two equations. The first one is x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. And another equation is 4x squared plus 16x equals 9. In the first equation, the first term is x squared, or the quadratic term is x squared, wherein the numerical coefficient of the first term is 1. And in the second equation, the quadratic term is 4x squared, or the first term is 4x squared, wherein the numerical coefficient of the first term is 4. Let's try first equation 1 when a is equal to 1. When a is equal to 1, wherein the numerical coefficient of the first term is 1 in the equation. So we will use the method of transferring one term to another side of the equation. So this is x squared plus 4x. The third term is transferred to the other side of the equation, which is negative 5, crosses the equal sign, then it becomes positive 5. So we will look for a new third term. The new third term is placed here and also placed here. Okay, so now, in the new third term now is this one. The numerical coefficient of the second term, divide by 2. Then, quantity squared. This is the new third term. So, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then, squared. Then, this is now 4. So, the new third term is 4. So, always positive, plus 4. What is added to the left side should be added also to the right side. So, it is plus 4. Now, the left side of the equation, after writing the new third term, becomes a perfect square quadratic trinomial. This is a perfect square quadratic trinomial after the new third term is found. Since this is a perfect square quadratic trinomial, then get the factors. Write two sets of parentheses and equal sign. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Since it is a perfect square quadratic trinomial, then get the factors of x squared, the first term. The factors are x and x. And then proceed to the new third term. What the factors of positive 4 are 2 and 2. Then the sign of the second term is positive, so it is positive. Now, after that, since these two binomial factors are identical, then we can write like this: x, the quantity x plus 2 squared equals 9. Then, eliminating the exponent, x plus 2. Eliminating this one as what we did in extracting the square root. Once the exponent is transferred to the other side of the equation, since the exponent is 2, it becomes the square root. We have the square root of 9, then plus and minus. Then, we have x. X should be alone at one side of the equation, or in other words, at the left side of the equation, equals, eliminating this one, transferring this to the other side, positive 2 becomes negative 2, then plus and minus the square root of 9 is 3. So, using the plus sign, x now equals negative 2 plus 3. X now equals, since the numbers here have different signs, subtract the numbers. 3 minus 2 is 1. Another, using the negative sign, so x equals negative 2 minus 3. X now equals, the numbers here have the same signs, so add the numbers. 2 plus 3 is 5, and copy their common signs. So these are now the roots or the solutions of the quadratic equation x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. So how do we know that these solutions or roots are correct? Okay, do the checking. Using the first solution or root when x equals 1. Writing the original equation, x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0, question mark. Then, substituting the value of x, which is 1, 1 squared plus 4 times 1 minus 5 equals 0. 1 squared, 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 1 is 4, minus 5 equals 0. 1 plus 4 is 5, minus 5 equals 0. 5 minus 5 is 0 equals 0. And then that is correct. The value at the left side of the equation equals to the value at the right side of the equation. Then, the value of x satisfies the quadratic equation x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. Another, using negative 5 when x equals negative 5. So, writing the equation, x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. Then, negative 5 for x, negative 5 squared plus 4 times negative 5 minus 5 equals 0. Negative 5 squared is negative 5 times negative 5, it is positive 25. Positive 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Minus 5 equals 0. 25 minus 20 is 5. Minus 5 equals 0. So 5 minus 5, 0 equals 0. And that is correct. The value at the left side equals the value at the right side. In other words, the roots here or the solutions of the given quadratic equation are correct because the solutions here satisfy the equation. So we are done with the first equation, x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. Now we are going to solve the next equation, which is 4x squared plus 16x equals 9. In this equation, the first term is 4x squared. The numerical coefficient of the first term is 4. And 4 is greater than 1. So, a is greater than 1. When a is greater than 1, then we have to eliminate the numerical coefficient of the first term. But we have to look at the equation. In this equation, the third term is at the right side of the equation. So we don't need to rearrange the terms. So writing the equation, 4x squared plus 16x. Then leave a space for the new third term. Then equals 9 and another space for the new third term. So, eliminating first the numerical coefficient of the first term. The numerical coefficient of the first term, which is 4, so divide this by 4. Divide the whole equation by 4. The third term here, then 9, and then so 9 is divided by 4. Then this is cancelled out. What is left here is x squared plus 16x divided by 4 is 4x. Then the third term, 9 divided by 4 is 9/4. Ayan. How do we solve for the new third term? The new third term, for the new third term, is get the numerical coefficient of the second term, then divide this by 2. Quantity squared. 2 here is always there, as well as the exponent 2. The numerical coefficient of the second term here changes, but these two here are remain the same. This is now 4 divided by 2 is 2, then squared, and this is now 2 squared, or 2 times 2 is 4. This is our new third term. So we add plus 4 and then plus 4. Now, after writing the new third term, then the left side of the equation becomes a perfect square quadratic trinomial. Since this is a perfect square quadratic trinomial, then it's easy to get the factors. Get the factors of the first term, x squared. So the factors are x and x. The factors of 4 are 2 and 2, and then we have positive. Then since we're adding now a whole number and a fraction, then let's add 4 plus 9/4 becomes 4 and 9/4. Then since these two are identical factors, then we can write the quantity squared of x plus 2 equals, changing mixed number to improper fraction, 4 times 4 16 plus 9 is 25 over 4. Eliminating the exponent 2. So transferring exponent 2 to the right side of the equation, thus making the equation now x plus 2 equals, when the exponent 2 is transferred to the right side, it becomes the square root. Then this becomes the radicand, 25 over 4. We have the plus or minus. Then transferring positive 2 to the right side of the equation, x equals, positive 2 crosses the equal sign, becomes negative 2, then plus and minus. The square root of 25 is 5, and the square root of 4 is 2. Next, using the plus sign. Negative 2, then plus 5 halves. X equals, since we are adding a whole number and a fraction, so look for the LCD. The LCD of the denominator 1 and 2 is 2. So 2 divided by 1 is 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 2 divided by 2 is 1 times 5 is 5. You have plus 5. X now equals negative 4, positive 5. So we have positive 1 over 2. So x here is equal to 1/2. Then using the minus sign, then we have x equals negative 2 minus 5 halves. Still, look for the LCD. The denominator of negative 2 is 1. So 1 and 2, the LCD of denominators 1 and 2 is 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 2 divided by 2 is 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. X now equals negative 4, then negative 5. The signs are the same, so add the numbers. 4 plus 5 is 9, the negative over 2. So, these are now the roots of a quadratic equation. How do we know that these roots here or these solutions are correct? Then let's do the checking. When x equals 1/2, then substitute to the original equation. 4x squared plus 16x equals 9. So 4, then x is 1/2. 1/2 squared plus 16 times 1/2 equals 9. Then 4, 1/2 squared is 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 16 times 1 is 16 over 2 equals 9. So 4 times 1 is 4 over 4 plus 16 divided by 2 is 8 equals 9. 4 divided by 4 is 1 plus 8 equals 9. So 1 plus 8 is 9 equals 9, and this is correct. Another, when x is negative 2. When x is negative 9/2, rather. Substituting to the original equation, 4x squared plus 16x equals 9. 4 times, since x is negative 9/2, squared plus 16 times negative 9/2 equals 9. So 4, negative times negative positive, 9 times 9 is 81 over 2 times 2 is 4. Positive times negative is negative. 16 times 9, or you can Cancel 16 and 2. This becomes 8. So, and this is 1. So, 8 times 9 is 72 equals 9. This is cancelled out. So, 81 minus 72 equals 9. 81 minus 72 is 9 equals 9. So that means to say that the solution here, negative 9 halves, satisfies the original equation. 4x squared plus 16x equals 9. So this solution is correct, as well as x is equals 1/2. So the left side, the value at the left side equals the value at the right side. And this is now okay.